19-year-old Seth Searle has been arrested and charged with murder after fatally shooting his 52-year-old mother. The events unfolded on the 28th of April 2022, located at a home near the intersection of Red Oak Court and Capps Road in Lake Wales, Florida. Seth's mother had returned home after dropping her 14-year-old daughter off at school when she smelt smoke coming from Seth's bedroom. She entered his room and saw him smoking a cigar and said to him, "I've told you before not to smoke in the house." As she leaves to close the door behind her, he shoots her through the door before he flees the home without rendering aid or calling 911 and went to a friend's house. Seth's older 24-year-old brother, who had been in the bathroom, didn't hear the gunshot. At around 9:30 a.m, he finds his mother's unresponsive body laying on the floor of the game room by Seth's bedroom and contacts 911. Emergency medical technicians who arrive at the scene did not suspect foul play because there's no blood found in the home. There were no obvious injuries that anyone had noticed on the victim. Believing it was a medical event, they cancelled the police. The victim was transported to hospital, where she was pronounced dead at 10:26 a.m. At around 11:04 a.m, a nurse noticed puncture wounds on the victim's body, where she had been shot through the heart. She didn't bleed out because her heart instantly stopped pumping blood as soon as the bullet went through it. The authorities then arrested Seth and took him to the station for questioning, where he confessed to shooting his mother through the door of his bedroom. He told the detectives that she told him to stop smoking cigars in his room and then close the door. Seth claimed that he was depressed and had been holding a gun to his head before his mother came in, and that the gun accidentally discharged when he put it down, but investigators believe he shot his mother through the door on purpose out of anger. The gun which Seth owned was an illegal gun. He lied to the authorities 5 separate times, saying he disposed of it in the woods, when he actually arranged for another friend to take the gun away. Seth is held in custody and is being charged with his mother's murder, along with a string of other indictable offences. On the 28th of April 2022, 31-year-old Bo Rothwell from St. Louis, Missouri, was found guilty of murder, tampering with physical evidence, and abandonment of a corpse in the death of his wife, who was 6 weeks pregnant with his child. Bo testified on the 11th of November 2019 that he and his wife were having an argument over an affair that he was having. The argument turned violent after he refused to reveal the identity of his mistress. He said this infuriated her, and she told him to keep his mystery bitch, before shoving him and telling him she was having an affair of her own and the baby wasn't his, but a paternity test later confirmed it was. Bo said he went into a red haze of anger and picked up a mallet nearby and stood behind his wife before striking her on the right side of her head. Bo said that Jennifer started stumbling towards the attached garage before he struck her in the head again, causing her to fall down the stairs and into the basement. He said he believed he cracked her skull, but said he didn't plan on killing his wife. He said he tried shaking her to wake her, but she wouldn't respond. In a panic, he then drove to a nearby shop to purchase some cleaning products, before returning to remove the blood in the home. He then stripped Jennifer of all of her clothes, because that's what he'd seen on the crime shows, and he placed her lifeless body into the back of his truck, along with the used cleaning supplies in trash bags. Between 2 to 3 a.m. on the 12th of November, he drove to a wooded area along Highway 61 in Lincoln County, where he dumped her body. On the way home, he tossed the garbage bags into a dumpster outside a business. Once back home, he continued cleaning. He then drove Jennifer's car and left it at the side of a busy intersection. He then called himself using Jennifer's phone to make it appear that she was still alive. Bo walked home and then went to work in the morning as though nothing happened. During lunch, Bo left work and joined a search party with Jennifer's relatives and friends to look for her, even though he knew they wouldn't find her. The prosecutor said that Bo listed pros and cons in a notebook that deliberated whether he should leave his wife for another woman, where he wrote the cost was too high. Bo had also messaged the mistress and listed 3 options: break it off with her, divorce his pregnant wife, or wait and hope for a miscarriage or something. Bo was due for sentencing on the 8th of July.